In today's video, we explore a small Parisian-style home that proves size is never the true measure of beauty. This apartment shows how classic details, thoughtful proportions, and architectural discipline can transform limited square meters into a space that feels monumental. From the exterior presence to the smallest interior details, this home reflects timeless Parisian elegance adapted for modern living. Parisian homes are deeply shaped by history, urban density, and architectural regulations. Many small apartments are located in Haussmann-era or early 20th century buildings, where exterior harmony and interior craftsmanship matter greatly. This context influences everything inside the home, from ceiling heights to window proportions, creating an atmosphere that feels grand even before any furniture is added. The building's exterior is understated but dignified, featuring stone facades, tall windows, and classic moldings. There is no need for bold colors or flashy signage. Instead, symmetry and material quality do the work. This exterior sets expectations for what lies within. A refined interior that values proportion, balance, and architectural continuity. Entering the building, you are greeted by a shared hallway finished with traditional tiles, muted tones, and soft lighting. Even before reaching the apartment door, there is a sense of ceremony. This transition from the street to the private home establishes a calm rhythm, reminding us that Parisian design often begins long before the front door opens. The apartment door itself carries personality, often painted in a deep neutral tone and framed with subtle moldings. Brass hardware and solid wood construction add weight and tactile richness. This threshold marks the shift from communal space to private refuge, reinforcing the idea that even small homes deserve a strong architectural identity. Inside, the entry hall is compact but intentional. Walls are finished in soft, warm hues, while classic wall moldings immediately introduce Parisian elegance. Rather than overcrowding the space, the design focuses on clarity and alignment, allowing the eye to travel smoothly and making the apartment feel larger than it actually is. Wood flooring, often laid in a herringbone or chevron pattern, becomes the unifying element throughout the home. This classic Parisian choice adds movement and sophistication without visual clutter. The continuous flooring helps connect rooms seamlessly, reinforcing a sense of flow and making the apartment feel cohesive and expansive. One of the most valuable assets of Parisian apartments is ceiling height. In this home, the vertical dimension is celebrated rather than hidden. Decorative ceiling moldings draw the eye upward, enhancing the feeling of grandeur and reminding us that monumentality can be achieved through proportion, not square footage. Classic wall moldings define the Parisian interior language. Instead of relying on excessive artwork, the walls themselves become architectural features. Carefully proportioned panels add depth, rhythm, and shadow, creating visual interest while maintaining calm. These details elevate the space, making it feel thoughtfully designed rather than simply decorated. The color palette remains restrained, often built around creams, warm whites, greys, and muted stone tones. These colors reflect natural light beautifully and enhance architectural details. Subtle contrasts are introduced through trim, doors, or furniture, allowing the space to feel layered without overwhelming its small scale. The living room is modest in size but rich in atmosphere. Furniture is carefully selected for scale, ensuring comfort without crowding. Classic sofas, refined side tables, and understated lighting create a sense of quiet luxury. The room feels monumental not because it is large, but because every element feels intentional. Rather than filling the room, the furniture is edited and purposeful. Clean silhouettes, traditional proportions, and quality materials dominate. This restraint allows the architecture to breathe, reinforcing the Parisian belief that elegance often comes from what is left out, not what is added. Large windows play a crucial role in shaping the interior experience. Natural light washes over the moldings and wood floors, creating subtle shadows throughout the day. Sheer curtains soften the light without blocking it, maintaining privacy while preserving brightness, an essential balance in dense urban living. Curtains are kept simple and elegant, often ceiling mounted to emphasize height. Neutral fabrics blend seamlessly with the walls, avoiding visual breaks. This approach enhances the vertical lines of the room and reinforces the sense of monumentality, proving that even small details can significantly influence spatial perception. Decorative objects are used sparingly and meaningfully. A few sculptural pieces, framed art, or antique accents bring character without overwhelming the space. Each item feels curated, contributing to a sense of story and depth, rather than acting as mere decoration. The dining area often shares space with the living room, yet remains clearly defined through furniture placement and lighting. A classic dining table paired with elegant chairs creates a refined setting for everyday meals. The continuity of materials ensures that the space feels unified rather than fragmented. Lighting is layered thoughtfully, combining ceiling fixtures, wall sconces, and table lamps. Warm light enhances the textures of wood and plaster, reinforcing the apartment's cozy yet sophisticated mood. In a small home, good lighting becomes essential for both function and atmosphere. The kitchen embraces traditional Parisian aesthetics while remaining highly functional. Cabinetry often features simple paneling, muted colors, and discreet hardware. The goal is not to dominate the apartment, but to blend seamlessly with the overall architectural language. Natural materials such as stone countertops, ceramic tiles, and painted wood cabinets define the kitchen's character. These materials age gracefully and reinforce the timeless quality of the home. Even in a small kitchen, material authenticity contributes to a feeling of permanence and quality. Storage is integrated subtly, with floor-to-ceiling cabinets and built-in solutions that maximize efficiency. Handles are minimal, and surfaces remain clean. This approach avoids visual clutter, allowing the kitchen to feel calm and refined, even when space is limited. The hallway becomes more than a passageway. With moldings, artwork, and soft lighting, it feels like a small gallery. This treatment elevates circulation spaces, reminding us that every square meter in a Parisian apartment deserves design attention. Moving into the bedroom, the atmosphere becomes softer and more intimate. The transition is subtle but intentional, achieved through lighting, textiles, and color choices. This shift reinforces the idea that monumentality does not exclude comfort or warmth. The bedroom layout prioritizes symmetry and balance. The bed is often centered, framed by wall moldings or simple bedside tables. This classical arrangement brings a sense of order and calm, making the room feel restful despite its modest dimensions. Colors in the bedroom tend to be even softer, encouraging relaxation. Muted tones and natural fabrics work together to create a serene environment. The restrained palette ensures visual continuity with the rest of the apartment, while offering a sense of retreat. Wardrobes are often built-in, blending seamlessly with the walls. Paneling and neutral finishes help them disappear visually. This integration preserves the room's proportions, preventing bulky furniture from disrupting the architectural harmony. The bathroom continues the Parisian narrative of elegance in compact spaces. Classic tiles, simple fixtures, and thoughtful lighting create a spa-like atmosphere. Despite its size, the bathroom feels luxurious due to its attention to detail and material quality. Stone, ceramic, and subtle metallic accents define the bathroom's palette. Reflective surfaces enhance light, while textured tiles add depth. This careful balance ensures that the bathroom feels both practical and visually rich. Mirrors are used strategically throughout the apartment, especially in smaller rooms. In the bathroom and hallway, they reflect light and extend sightlines, making spaces feel larger and more open without altering their physical dimensions. What truly makes this small home feel monumental is consistency. From moldings to hardware, every detail speaks the same design language. This coherence creates a sense of architectural integrity, making the apartment feel thoughtfully composed rather than pieced together. Craftsmanship plays a central role in Parisian interiors. High-quality finishes, precise detailing, and durable materials elevate the space. Even with fewer elements, the apartment feels rich because each component has been carefully chosen and executed. Living in this home is about experiencing calm, beauty, and balance every day. The design does not shout, it whispers, This quiet grandeur creates an emotional connection, proving that monumentality can be felt, not measured. This apartment teaches us valuable lessons about interior design. Proportion, restraint, and architectural detail matter more than size. By focusing on timeless principles, small homes can feel enduring, elegant, and deeply personal. In conclusion, this small Parisian-style home demonstrates how classic details can transform limited space into something truly monumental. From exterior architecture to interior refinement, every choice contributes to a sense of timeless grandeur. It reminds us that great design is not about scale, but about intention, harmony, and respect for architectural heritage.